Okay, so in terms of a game plan for today, it's pretty straightforward. On the 4 hour, we have come up rebalance to this 4 hour fair value gap. On ES, I know NQ didn't rebalance to this daily fair value gap right here, but ES has. So I like how that's looking right here. So we did come up, we rebalanced, poked into that fair value gap, and then now I believe we want to target some sell side liquidity on both, right? So we came up rebalanced to that 4 hour. We also came up rebalanced to this 1 hour. In terms of sell side, we have resting internal below us down here at this low around 856. And then if we do want to go lower, obviously we can go take out these pre-market lows down here. But ideally, if we break below that, I would then like to see it target Monday's lows down here at like 670. And then we have stuff resting below that as well. So we've got plenty of room to the downside. But if we are going to go to the downside, I would like to see a sweep of buy side liquidity first. So if we're going to get a sweep of anything, I would like to see a sweep of these highs up here on either NQ or ES, and then look for our setup. SMTs, change in the state, pull back to a fair value gap or equilibrium of that range, and then target sell side. All right, so we've got about 20 minutes till market opens. Until then, we're just going to keep an eye on everything, and whenever market does open, we just got to be patient and allow things to set up and tell us when to enter.
All right, this is our form of manipulation. We come out here, sweep out all of the stops that are going short. We blast through this inverse fair value gap. As long as we get a close below this level right here, that'll be our change in the state. And now we just want to wait for a pullback to either equilibrium of this range or a fair value gap that we've created on the way down. We do have this fair value gap as well. Could be valid. My stop would be right above this candle right here. Let's see if we get a tap back into it. Normally my stop would be above this candle's high, but since we have this 1 minute fair value gap sitting above it, I would probably look to add another one if we poke into this one instead of having my stop here. That does increase my risk quite a bit, but in terms of TPs, we're talking, I mean, it's looking pretty good to the downside. So I think if we come up here, instead of getting stopped out right here, I'm going to go ahead and add another one. Okay, this is where I'd want to add one more. This is pretty risky, but we're confident in our setup. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We followed all of our rules. And that's that. Now we just sit and wait. Allow the trade to play out. If it doesn't work, can't be mad. I'm going to adjust my stop. I don't want to get stopped out of this trade, man. It looks too good. And I think we could come up here and wick right above just to stop everybody out that did put their stops there. So if it hits that, I mean, obviously I'll regret it, but it doesn't necessarily invalidate the trade, even if we do get stopped out right there. So I'm just going to adjust it. I'm going to accept full risk on this position and just let it ride. I'm hoping that was just a stop raid. We come up and then knock out everybody that had their stops above this level to then see price drop. Yeah, that'll do it. Sucks, bro. But followed our rules, did what we were supposed to. Everything lined up like we were looking for, came up. After we had a change in the state, both fair value gaps entered off that. Stops at the high of this candle that created the fair value gap. And then we just chopped around for a bit. Price just didn't want to follow through. We have a lot of room to the downside. I still think it could happen. However, it just didn't want to play out when we wanted it to. And that's fine. We lost a good chunk today, probably about $700 or so, but we were willing to make quite a bit more than that. So the R to R was definitely worth it, but you can't win them all, you know? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to play it whenever it happens, and hopefully it works. Today was just one of those days it didn't work out, and that's fine. We do have news tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow will be more beneficial for us, as well as Friday. We will be back tomorrow, and it'll be a new day. Got to brush this one off.